Hi, I'm Heather
Hello.
Bell, and I'm visited here by one of my clients that I've just had a session with recently, and just kind of getting a testimony from her. And if you will just introduce yourself and where you're from.
My name's Carmen Fisher, and I'm from Brandon, Manitoba, Canada.
Beautiful. So good to see you again.
Great to see you too.
All right, so just kind of ask a few questions for a testimony for others who are questioning of having their own quantum session. How did you find me?
I actually found you through a Facebook group that I was part of. I'm sure you know the name of it. I don't know the specific name. I know she changed it a couple times,
Think it's
but
the United Quantum
that's the
Session
one.
page, I think.
Right. Yeah. So I was interested in the quantum healing technique. And so I thought I joined that just to kind of learn a little bit more about it. And then, yeah, just kind of, I've been a hypnotherapist since 2015. So of course, I'm always interested in different little modalities, learning different little hints and tricks as we go along. So yeah, I saw that you had posted on there, and I've always wanted to try a session before I actually took any training. And of course, I live in kind of the middle of nowhere, and so there was no one really around here that offered it. So I thought this would be an amazing chance to take it through Zoom. So yeah, it was great.
So, what was your driving force to actually do the session? What were you hoping to gain from an actual session?
Well, for me, of course, there's always just direction in life. I can't really complain too much. I've got a pretty good life, pretty good home life. I've been successful in anything, most of the things that I've done, but I was kind of at a crossroads with my career, with some relationships and that kind of thing. Felt like I was like in a holding pattern. And I kind of was wondering where sort of the next steps and where that was going to take me. I just think everything is divine timing. I saw your kind of promotion for it. I was drawn to you right away. And of course, I love Tennessee. So, all of that stuff kind of fell into place. And I thought, oh, this will be kind of great. This is my chance to kind of do this and find out a little bit more about it. And this is maybe exactly what I need right now to find the direction that I kind of needed to go. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Also, would you like to share anything that you experienced in your session?
Well, the one thing that I just keep kind of reminding myself about is I'm kind of in a point right now where I sold my business, and I was kind of thinking of like what's next. And I have moved to Calgary a couple different times, but the universe keeps bringing me back here to Brandon, which is home. We've got a family farm just south of here, close with my family. We are grain farmers. So I always wondered why I always had to come back here. And my guides told me that there was a reason I was holding space and light in this city, and that I could travel, but I couldn't be gone for too long. But I always kind of felt like I could do more than what was available in Brandon. Yeah, within this last week, I actually got a new job where I'll be traveling all over Manitoba and kind of doing a job that you couldn't really do from a small town, but I've managed to make it work. And so, yeah, I'm going to be a sales rep for a liquor company. So I'm quite excited.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
very very excited. It's exactly what I was kind of looking for, but I also get to keep my roots here in Brandon. So I think that is was part of the kind of what was needed. And so I feel really good about that. Yeah.
That's awesome. Have you noticed anything else, any other healings or anything else that you've noticed since having the session?
There's been some releases in old relationships that I used to care about that I don't anymore. I have friends who will send different messages, and I don't know if it's to get a rouse out of me or just to, give me information. And I just go, oh, okay. So I just find that I'm a lot more at peace with some different issues that had been in my past. And I'm just kind of looking forward now versus looking back. And I feel like I'm really in a good space. Like I just feel calmer and more at peace since the session for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Would you recommend someone else who is questioning having a quantum session? And would you actually recommend me as a practitioner?
Absolutely. So easy to talk to. I think that's the main part of the session is to have someone to talk to at the beginning to get all your stuff out, right? And to find out sort of the direction where you want the session to go. and you're just so easy to talk to, and just the questions just seemed like they didn't seem like you were reading off a piece of paper. You asked the questions as we went along and what was sort of relevant at the time. And then like I've never gone into hypnosis as fast as I have with you. You just took me straight there. So I mean, I think part of it was I was ready for it, but also your voice and just the way that you took me through the session was just incredible. And I mean, I've done a lot of sessions myself personally, so you know, I can critique that a little bit. I know what works, what doesn't. And so it's yeah, just a great voice, and just all in all, just yeah, very, very likable. So I could easily talk to you and we can get to kind of the root of a lot of things. So it was great.
Well, it's great an honor actually to be able to work with a fellow hypnotherapist and who actually has
Right.
a lot more training than I do. So I really appreciate this opportunity.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it
Well,
was great.
thank you for doing this with me and anyone who is interested in having a